That's a bit of red card here, I think it's...
Right, hello everyone and welcome to this new video on the channel. So today is Saturday the 2nd of September 2023 and today we're back at the Eco Power Stadium. We've got Doncaster Rovers versus Swindon Town in League 2. So in today's video we've got my thoughts pre-half-time and post-match as well as the matchday vlog itself. And then at the end of the video, depending how it goes, because we already have been to this ground this season, we might rate the ground, we might not, or we might just make a few comments on anything in particular about it. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So starting off with my team and the hosts, Doncaster Rovers. So not only are we bottom of League 2, we're bottom of the whole EFL in 92nd out of 92nd, 24th out of 24th in League 2. And in the league, our last result was a 2-1 away loss to MK Dons, which was a much better performance than the last league outing against Notts County, where we lost by 3-1. Like I say, we looked a lot better. We were 2-0 down at half-time, but like I say, a lot of that was down to individual errors. Deji at fault for the first one, just letting his man completely run by him, and then Alohu losing his man in the box for a free header. So like I said, they both came off at half-time, and yeah, second half, we were really good, and like could have easily took something out of that game, but it wasn't meant to be, and we carried that on in the League Cup midweek. So our last actual game was against Everton, which we lost by 2-1. So I wasn't at the Everton match, I was on holiday in Northumberland, but I did watch the match on Sky with my girlfriend and her family, and we were excellent. We really did, especially first half. We were all over them, and like I say, thanks to a Pickford save at the end of the first half, we could have easily gone into the break by 2-0, but like I say, they made 3 subs at half-time. One was the new £25 million man, and like I say, another one, Ashley Young, who's got bags of experience. And the subs really changed the game, to be fair. We started the second half off well, but then, like I say, once they got their equaliser, it was just a case of hanging on for penalties, and you could kind of sense the goal were coming, and unfortunately, it just came before and at time at the end of the second half. Such a shame we couldn't have pushed it to penalties, but like I say, nevertheless, really proud of that performance. It shows what we can do, and hopefully Grant McCann will push that message into the players. Like, it'll just be like, look, you've done it against Premier League Everton. They may be bottom, but they still are a Premier League team with world-class players who individually can, on the day, be superb, just like the new man. And he really needs to push that message into them, tell them, like, look, you can do it, you've proved you can do it. Now we need to show it in League 2 and do it against Swindon. And speaking of Swindon, they find themselves in 8th place out of 24th, which is a place outside the playoffs, but that doesn't really matter as of now, as we're only a few games into the season. So with Swindon, they've only actually played 4 games, where pretty much all the rest of the league have played 5, because their opening game of the season away at Colchester got called off because Colchester's pitch was waterlogged. So in them 4 games, they are unbeaten though. They have won 2 and lost 2. So the last match, they absolutely thumped Crawley Town by 6-0, and that is something that Swindon do very well, which is scoring. So in the first 4 games, they've scored 15 goals, which is just under 4 goals per game. So like I say, with our defence being the second worst in the league, that is a bit of a worrying statistic, but you never know. It can all depend on the day. Like I say, we can just turn up and be solid defensively. They could turn up and just have an off day attacking wise. You just never know. So last season when these two met, they shared the honours and had a game each. So when Swindon came to the Eco Power last year, they won by 1-0, and then when we visited the county ground, we won by 2-0. So I suppose the question is today, in my prediction, do I think Rovers are going to get their first win of the season, or do I think Swindon are going to continue their unbeaten streak? My prediction is, I feel optimistic. I think we're going to have our first win of the season here. I don't think it's going to be easy. Like Swindon, like I say, they've proved they're unbeaten already. They're a very tough test. Look a decent team this year, and I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think we're going to ride off the confidence of them last 2 games, and then most importantly, the last 2 performances. I know we lost both games, but like I say, you've got to take the positives and really look at the performance, and the overall standard is improving game on game. It's only a matter of time before we get that first win, and I think it's going to come today. So I'm going to go for Doncaster Rovers 1, Swindon Town 0. Anyway, that's all my thoughts pre-match. So anyway, let's head on over to the Eco Power Stadium and see how the match goes.
Half an hour gone, 0-0 so far. Not really any clear-cut chances either way, but I'd say Rovers have better possession. Swindon's have a chance as well, but I've made not a lot of chances either way.
About 42 minutes gone here, still 0-0 at the minute. There's, like I say, not a lot of great chances either way, to be fair. Swindon have been, for the last 10 minutes, so they've been the better team, but like I say, Rovers have looked pretty good in the first 30 minutes, but the last 10 minutes, so they have died off a bit, but like I say, not a lot of great chances going either way here, to be fair. I'd imagine this is probably a bit less to go last clip before half time, so let's see what happens. Rovers 0, Swindon Town 0.
There's also been a red card here. I think it's, can't follow what it is, but I'll have an update in a sec with what's gone off.
So I say, but last action before half time, Tommy Rowe has been sent off. To be honest, I couldn't fully see the challenge from here, but so I can't really commentate, to be fair, but like I say, Rovers down to 10 men now. It's going to be a big challenge with 10 men to compete with this, but it's all right so far. Like I say, it's been a pretty even game so far, but we'll have to see how we have on for the rest of the 45 minutes with just 10 men. I'd imagine, like I say, we'll make a sum at half time to try and compensate for that sending off, but like I say, I'll keep you updated throughout. I'd imagine, like I say, it's a bit last minute before half time, but I said about last time and there's been a sending off, so we'll have to see what's what, but I'll keep you updated anyway. So Rovers 0, Swindon Town 0.
0-0 half time.
So at half time it is Doncaster Rovers 0, Swindon Town 0. It's been a pretty even first half, to be fair. It's kind of been a tale of two halves of the first half, if that makes sense. I think Rovers definitely started better, especially for the first half an hour. And then after that, Swindon kind of got a bit more into it and ended the half stronger, in my opinion. But like I say, not too many clear-cut chances either way. And of course, a big talking point was just before half time, Tommy Rowe getting a red card. Now, I know just by looking at it, a lot of Rovers fans are divided by this. In my opinion, I think it was a red card. It wasn't deliberate at all. You could tell there was no malice in the challenge. He didn't mean to. He weren't obviously looking at the player at all. Just one of them where his leg is, he's gone for the ball, but unfortunately his leg is that high and he has caught the player. I think it was in the face. So unfortunately, like I say, when your leg is that high up and you catch him, it's going to be a red card because of the danger of it. Just by, like I say, the letter of the law, unfortunately. But other than that, I think, like I say, I think the ref got that right. But other than that, his consistency with his fouls and his cards has just been absolutely appalling. He's had a really poor first half. Like, some challenges we'd make he'd blow for fouls, and then if Swindon made him, he wouldn't, and vice versa. He'd give cards for some stuff, but he wouldn't to the other team for the same thing. It's, you know, just the inconsistency is a joke at this level. But like I say, pretty even first half, not many clear-cut chances. So let's end into the second half anyway and see how the second half goes.
There we go, new side of Manchester United just making its way around pitch. said, Swindon's had better chances, but 4 minutes injury time. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So at full time, it's finished Doncaster Rovers 0, Swindon Town 0, and we've got our first clean sheet of the season. And to be fair, I'm happy with a point there. I mean, especially playing the whole of the second half with 10 men. It's always going to be an uphill battle with that. But like I say, they're playing better. It's getting a lot better than it has done, especially since that Notts County game. Like I say, I think Swindon had the better chances this game, but I weren't impressed with him by any means. I didn't think, to be honest, they looked that good, but I would say with the chances they had, they had the better chances than us. But I thought we played all right, to be fair. I thought it were a pretty even game, to be fair. But like I say, they had the better actual chances, but we had a lot of the ball, but didn't do a lot with it. However, saying that, I thought Ironside was absolutely brilliant today, like a solid up play. And like I say, forced the keeper into a great save in the second half. But look, we've done really well there with 10 men. Like I say, playing only on Wednesday as well. Swindon's had a full week of rest to get themselves ready for this. So, yeah, I mean, can't fault them really. I mean, yeah, we could have created a few more chances, but other than that, it is a really good point to fair. And it's, like I say, it's small building steps. That's our first clean sheet. Now we need to get that first win. And it's going to be a tough task on Saturday away at Wrexham, but you never know. Strange things have happened. And like I say, you'd think the players would be up for it again. So hopefully we can give them a good game and come away with a win. Also, apologies for the lack of footage in the second half. We're outside the greatest of seats, to be fair. We had a lot of people around us and a bit awkward trying to get the camera out and talk when there's that many people around. But like I say, I kind of came in a bit later. I met my dad up there, so he picked the seats, so blame him for that. But like I say, I'll be better in the rest of them. Obviously, away games, you never know where you're going to be sat. But like I say, the home games from now on, we'll try and get some better seats so that I can get you some more footage throughout the game. So I'm not going to do a rate of ground today because, like I say, it's definitely not going to be a new high score, definitely not going to be a new lowest. I thought we came in pretty good again, to be fair. It weren't that great at the last match against Notts County, but it's definitely getting back on the right track. So fair play to Rovers for that. It's no rate of ground, like I say, it's probably going to average out a bit. I don't want to repeat it every episode, so we're going to move on to the next one where we'll definitely have a rate of ground, because next week we've got 3 new ticks to come. So on the Saturday with the Rovers, we are away at Wrexham, and then Wednesday night we have Worsborough Bridge Athletic versus Retford FC. But the next match is going to be on Tuesday. Really looking forward to visiting the world's oldest football ground. We've got Hallam versus Rossington Main, so I'm extremely excited for that. I'm looking forward to taking you guys along with me. So if you can, which would really help the channel, if you please like and subscribe to the channel. Get us 900 subs as soon as possible. Then we really are on the road to 1,000. Thank you so much for all the support on these videos so far. I hope you're enjoying them. Please, like I say, drop a comment. Let us know how you found the video. And until the next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.